Let's get back into Disco Elysium. So yeah, I feel like we kind of exhausted our exhausted our options yesterday on the stream, and I don't know what else there is to do. So I'm kind of nervous about what we can do. I think we have to go talk to this guy. I'm pretty sure we have to go talk to this guy up here. We avoided him last time. The lady at the boats told me to come back when I have my badge. She will not talk to me if I don't have my badge. So I think we need to at least speak with this guy or come up here. A hermetically sealed door locked by electronic means. There's no lockpicking for this. In case of a strike, press button behind guard. Okay, I feel like we're gonna have to at least talk to somebody. And he's the only person I can talk to. Hello, Measurehead.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
What do you mean? My body makes me look like a degenerate. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
My body does not betray my degeneracy. My body is unimportant. I'm with the police and we need to get into the harbor.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al-Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust as if he were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat.
Okay.
You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
What is Al-Ghul?
Yes, Al-Ghul.
Al-Ghul? Like alcohol?
It means alcohol.
Oh, I just got that. Sorry. Sorry. Understood.
I doubt it. My microcephalic race, so...
Microcephalic race. Just shut up. I'm an alcoholic. Do we want to say that? I don't have a problem with alcohol. I just drink a little on the weekends. He'll see right through that. We look like a terrible mess. You're right. I'm an alcoholic. I need to get to the harbor.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
The fat racist over there. You're just him after pumping some iron. I'm the police. I need you to comply. We're not doing that. The race stuff is unimportant here. I just need you to help me do my job.
Begging for help. Attempting to pass fear for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race.
Okay.
You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft.
Okay, well, can you let me? I didn't do any of that.
You dominated lesser cultures.
Cultures.
Like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
I don't care, dude. I don't know where you're... Is he talking about disco? The pop culture?
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
Superseded.
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
Oh, shush. I don't like you.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
You're right about all this. Now I just need you to let me go into the harbor.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Simonine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you.
I don't know how we're gonna talk our way out of this.
The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Measurehead's race theory. He would take you as one of his own.
Okay. Wouldn't that mean I have to become a Seminole supremacist myself? Or do I just say, right, good idea? I don't know. Unless we're just, like, supposed to tell him, like, yeah, you're totally, for sure.
The best idea.
Okay. Oh, we're talking to ourselves at this point. We're not talking to him. Okay. We have a medium conceptualization or a very low physical. Subscribe to his advanced race theory. Okay, this is 83%, so fingers crossed.
Go ahead. Don't be shy. Just ask for race secrets.
Okay. How did we fail that? I want to learn this race theory of yours so that we could become friends?
Do not be naive. I know the answer to the great race enigma. Why would I share it with a deformed infant? You do not have the devotion for servitude.
You serve the Union, don't they? Don't you? Aren't they white?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
He turns his eyes toward the harbor, seemingly bored with you. I'm sorry, of course, I understand now. Deeper.
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront international capital. Something your race, naivistic communists, never did.
I don't know enough about what we did to know what to say correctly. There's a mysterious fourth thing. Communism is pretty cool. But wait, he's saying, that this guy's doing something that the communists never did. I'm no communist.
Of course you are. Revacholian man.
Am I even
The
Revacholian?
failure of communism to challenge the world order is the core of your race fate.
Okay.
All around you, the fruits of its defeat.
Okay.
Individualism, rock and roll music,
Okay.
sexually transmitted disease.
You're blaming the communists on STDs? For those?
Above all, rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your love of pathetic communism from? Degenerate youth culture? Rock and roll music?
I have gotten it from disco, actually. I don't love communism. I'm not a communist. I don't know who I am, but that's the one thing I do know.
Stop explaining yourself. No one cares about your beliefs. The conversation has moved on. Tell me, what degenerate subculture has made you dress in this shameful way?
Disco, of course.
Offshoots of the Seminese people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done.
What? What? What?
I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
Inevitable. I don't really know who the Seminoles are. I've recently experienced head trauma. I don't know what any of this is, what is going on at all. Thank you, sir.
I can see that.
Okay.
The Seminoles are the South Island race.
Okay.
Haplogroup A4A.
For
The rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago.
Okay.
We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus.
Oh.
Arrived here 4,000 years ago.
Okay, so you're mad at the people that came out. Okay, gotcha.
We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So you were born and raised on the islands. Why am I opening myself up to every racist on the street? I don't know what else to do. I'm lost. I'm confused. I'll take help from anyone. Even the racist people, I guess. You were born and raised on the islands before you moved to Revachol.
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are
Ulimbuir.
in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme,
Fantôme.
waiting on immaculate conception from the pale.
So you did not come from the islands is what you're saying, but I will just say I gotcha, understood. I'm gonna go ahead and say he did not come from the islands.
Good.
Yep. Cam, what do you think about this?
I think this racist is better than the last, but the next racist will be the really good one.
Yeah, the third time's a charm. The next racist guy will be the best one, for sure.
That will be the...
That will be our lucky racist. Yeah, third one.
He will
Yep.
grant us 3 wishes.
3 wishes.
Your pedomorphic friend has quick wits, a protruding occiput, and an indented zygomatic bone.
Don't stereotype my friend with bone structure.
The lieutenant does not flinch.
You should keep him close. The congenital defect of farsightedness does not render him a complete invalid. He still has the use of his mind.
Do you know anything about this mug, by the way, this racist mug I found in the garbage?
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Do you know anything about it?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup.
He's mad at the
I
mug.
have no interest in it.
Why?
He had nothing to do with it.
Okay. We don't have that anymore. We can't pass this. Okay, bye. Oh my gosh. We are so... I cannot believe we failed that. We had an 87% or 83% chance to pass that. We failed it. What do we do now?
Glow of the fuel
Oh.
preheater gauge.
Pull out the pull-out toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools. like some
Ooh.
men are.
We have a pry bar.
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
Chain
The handles
cutters.
You can do good work with these. This robot
Flashlights.
lets you see things. The pull-out toolbox slides back as you tap on the gauge. The indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translation: we're not going anywhere right now.
$2. Whoa. Oh. Wait, can I have your bag? We got a bag. We got a bag. We got a bag, guys. Wait, no, give me my bag. I need to collect bottles to make money. Bag, bag. Okay. We'll put that back for now. Take all. Yes. Oh, we're getting money now. Watch out. Watch out. All right. Machine. All right.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
That's a lot, but how many did we just get? I don't know.
Your bottles clunk into the machine.
10, I
and money
guess.
appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
By $1.
Do you know what you should do with that money, kiddo? You should buy more alcohol. Enter the endless cycle of consumption.
All right. Let's put our bag away. Now, these both say to open lock containers, so I'm gonna guess that, like, they both open lock containers, not like one opens certain type of lock containers and one does another type of lock containers. Oh, wait, what's this? A back room?
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Pull open the curtains. Examine the strange cage-like trinket.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw.
Ew.
Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you.
Ew.
This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges.
Okay, we're gonna ask him who the Seminese are. We just learned from that other guy who they were.
Inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south.
Yeah, we knew that. We knew that.
Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
What's behind the curtains?
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
No, I feel compelled to look what's behind a secret curtain.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
You know what? Let's just do it. Let's just pull up the curtains.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
Her hand has closed around her pendant, her fingers nervously playing with the talisman. Well, don't. If you don't want someone to look at something, don't put a curtain. Put a door.
Parapsychologically speaking, we're dumb if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
It's dangerous?
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
This is different. I'm a police officer. I need to get in there.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there.
She stops abruptly as her hand flies over her mouth, baffled by her own bluntness.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
The powers? Okay.
The curtains do seem frail suddenly, not robust enough to contain a slippery darkness.
Alright, I'll think about it for a while.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's just talk about this first, all right?
Okay.
There's no reason for you to venture into the unknown.
Isn't there, though?
Talking is always good. Go see what she has to say.
Okay.
The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust.
Alright. What do you have to say, Plenaissance? That is your real name.
Hello again, esteemed officer.
Plaisance.
And welcome to crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Why are you so uptight about the curtains? I just want to know what's on the other side.
I already told you. It's just a storage room for employees.
You didn't say
I
that.
don't understand why it's so important to you.
You said that it would unleash dark powers.
Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
Are you trying to cast a spell on people to buy books from your secret back room storage room?
She recites it like it's a poem. Or like she's playing a role she's grown tired of. She's so tense, it's a miracle she hasn't stepped in half yet.
If it's just a storage room, then why does it have a 70s ward protecting it?
It's just for decoration.
She wavers under your gaze, mouth pressed into a tight-lipped smile. Then something breaks.
Okay, fine. It's just because this place is cursed, just like everyone said.
Okay.
They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
Why didn't you just tell me it was a curse?
It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
Void wraiths? Let's go fight some of them.
Wow. Void raves. You have new words.
Have you sought help for these void wraiths?
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards.
She nods at the strange cage-like trinket on the
The
curtains.
wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Even though now I fear, it's not enough.
Is your pendant part of the wards as well?
Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion.
Oh.
It's to compel people to buy books.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to report you to the Better Business Bureau.
There are numerous spells cast throughout the store.
Oh.
I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
Okay.
Desert pygmy shamans. That sounds like a rather questionable way to describe a group of people.
How does this curse manifest itself?
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine.
Okay.
It's a disease, eating at the very foundation.
A shiver runs through the woman as she looks around the dimly lit store.
It's the curse of financial distress,
Okay.
of ruin and bankruptcy.
Okay. I thought it was going to be like a void wraith, though.
But officer, there's nothing natural about entire companies declaring bankruptcy. I'm talking about cacodemons feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements.
That's a lame demon.
There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Well, I could investigate the curse.
Most certainly not. I
What?
don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess.
I'm familiar.
Stay away. Leave the spirits be, so they can return to their slumber.
I'm familiar-ish.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A
What?
para-detective.
Oh my gosh, we have a 83% chance. Come on. Let me investigate the doomed commercial area. Come on, come on, come on. I swear if we get doubles again.
Slither up to
Yes.
her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Ma'am, I came here to help. I've handled paranatural situations before.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
I have returned from the void. A paradetective from a long line of paradetectives.
You're no paradetective. You look nothing like one. And you're clearly a drinker.
Excuse me?
Pardon me for being so blunt, but
I haven't had a drink in like 6 hours, so shut it.
You look like one. Hey now, hey. You need the booze to focus, all right? The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook.
I'll admit, I've had my share of drinks, but only because the spectral realm is parapsychologically taxing.
how do you know all this?
I told you, lady! I told you!
Here we go.
Your wards brought me here in the first place. The 70s blood also runs through me. Ooh, or I could say, I am the Void Revenant. I have the powers to deep out. Let's say this.
You're part Simonese.
Sure.
Oh, it means our meeting couldn't have been mere chance.
Yeah,
The hand of fate guides us.
exactly.
But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
No problem whatsoever, ma'am. Your family's safe with me. The phantoms are no match for me.
If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
On my honor.
Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet.
Okay.
The entity.
Oh.
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
Of course. The entity. For I have sensed its presence.
You have?
Yeah.
The entity takes the form of a woman. A witch, probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
Chimney. The passage between heaven and hell. Of course. Of course. Where else would she be?
Yes. That chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains.
Oh, I got chain.
God knows what she's doing there.
I got chain cutters.
Some unnatural magic, I assume.
Okay.
You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it.
Yes. Yeah, her daughter will be fine. Her daughter's outside.
Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
Okay.
Unbelievable darkness and ruin. What you discover? Probably just some office space. Don't be scared.
Okay, bye. Let's do it. We have something else to do, thank God. I was running out of ideas.
See a set of tattered curtains blocking.
Yep.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards. Your shadow looming over it like an omen.
Oh, we have a flashlight if needed, guys. A small terrified escapes from Plaisance as she tries her best to look away. Is this gonna light up? It is gonna light up, never mind. Alright. Ghostly silhouettes of hair dryers. A vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. Looks like Guillaume de Million. That hair poster. Right, this is the only other place.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Oh my gosh. Let's knock on the door first. You know, there might be an entity back there that would appreciate the heads up.
Only an echo. No one is there.
Alright, let's get the key then.
After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room.
Alright, let's go. Oh my god, it's a gym! Cool. Can we zoom out? Alright. Oh, he has something he wants to say. I think that's what that means.
What is this place?
Lieutenant stares at a dusty training equipment. Looks like a gym to me. Oh, I think this may be the boxing club.
I think you're right, though it looks like no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Let's just keep going. I'm sure it's just a regular abandoned house. Nothing mysterious here.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Good thing I got that flashlight. Oh, look, I hold it like a cop. Narc. Oh, cool. Very cool effects. Okay, could you get out of the way? What is this?
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes, like some ancient cave murals. Some of
We'll look at the notes.
the handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: Call in, tune out, Wirral untethered, and Heat death of the universe.
Which we learned all about. All right. Cool. Stop autosaving. Why are you autosaving?
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
Oh, let's turn it
A
on.
radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
He sounds surprised and a bit cautious.
What he means is that these things cost money.
Oh.
Why would anyone just leave it behind?
Maybe someone still lives here?
This is the Ream Civic radio computer. model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer.
Oh, let's just turn it on. Don't ask
The
him.
machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Let's look inside the compartment.
It's empty, like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
The filament I have? Oh, that's right. We found the thing earlier. Okay, just do it. Yeah, put that thing in there.
Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
All right, press it.
The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1.
Repeater station on.
Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
Yeah. Can I not just say yes? Why did you call me Fortress Accident?
Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Do you have any other information about this company?
One moment.
She does not care who I am. You hear her flip through a catalog before she reads out with studious care.
Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
That's not bad.
So conceptual. And what's that? This interactive call-in radio game?
Any other questions?
The static drowns her response. You hear her ask when the connection finally improves. What's the production schedule?
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
You mean that glowing thing I once said? Ah, right. Thanks for the explanation.
That was a question. Have you inserted it into the core?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Oh, no, I don't have a password.
Password. Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved.
Do we say they're police? They don't know. I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Oh, no.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress Accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Okay, no.
Thank you. And
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Let's press print.
Nothing happens.
Okay. All right, bye. Okay, so we're looking for a password. I mean, is it on the board, maybe? All right, we're still looking for a password. Ooh, next section. There's a giant glowing bear. What's this? More money. Hello, giant glowing. This is a refrigerator.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red.
It's a working freezer in a polar bear?
The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy?
Yeah, let's crack open this door.
A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator.
Yeah, got
The
that.
lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Yeah, let's look inside. Let's let him be tense.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Examine one of the ice cream
A
wrappers.
friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge.
All right, take the note.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Okay, close the door. Okay, bye. Thank you, fridge. What does this note say?
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
The lieutenant leans closer to read the crumpled note over your shoulder.
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
Read the note.
Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio.
Kuno.
So I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Silly Swaff.
Silly Swaff. Do you have any idea where the frozen ice cream maker could be?
I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the ice bear fridge.
Okay. I wonder who wrote the note.
Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here.
Maybe they had to leave in a hurry.
That's a plausible hypothesis.
Alright. Bye. Cool. Okay, so we're looking for an ice cream maker. Is this an ice cream maker? What is this? An ice cream maker defrosted and unplugged, so that's not it. A frozen ice cream maker. They're still running. Yes.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Alright, turn the crank.
Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping.
Turn the crank.
Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying.
Okay, alright. Well, apparently we can't do anything with that right now. Because our pry bar is too weak.
Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
The red one... Okay, we can unplug the red one. The bear doesn't need to do anymore.
An electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now.
Alright, but the black one we need to leave alone. Wait a minute. What if our... We have our this. Can this open it?
This orange machine is buzzing like an old
Try to crack open
submarine.
the... I think it's not going to
You
let
slip your
us.
fingers under the frozen lid. No, this is going to need something else. Some kind of super pry bar. Don't even try to open it with a regular pry bar. You're just wasting your time.
Okay.
If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective.
Yeah, I was just seeing if the
Equip
other
the
thing
pry
worked.
bar by going to the tools tab.
Okay, I understand. I was just trying something different, okay? The wall collapsed. Alright. What is
A
this?
thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Kick it with your foot.
A hollow ring echoes through the furnace. Your toe hurts.
Sorry. I didn't realize we'd kick it hard enough to damage our health. What's wrong with us? What is this thing? Is it a furnace? Let's just go back to being detective.
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney.
Oh yeah, where the witch lives. He opens the door and gingerly
No one
peeks
has
inside.
used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Alright, let's look inside.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice, or several voices, talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
The witch, apparently.
What are you doing?
The lieutenant asks when he sees you climb halfway inside the furnace. I hear the murderer. I think I can hear someone talking upstairs.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
We should investigate. See if someone's upstairs.
Ooh. So because we kicked the furnace, we got a buff on this. Wait, can I leave to put a... Can I switch my shirt while we're here? No, I have to leave. Okay, can I put a better shirt on? And have a better chance at that?
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace.
Yes,
coloring it
72, do it.
pitch black. Something
Yes.
breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
Hello? Are you there? Speak to me.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
Okay.
you hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
Are we going in? I don't
A thick layer
understand.
of coal dust, a lush layer of coal, now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. Maybe you could paint something with this coal. Leave a cave painting for future archaeologists.
Oh.
No, that would be stupid.
Okay. Oh. The tray is full of dice. Colorful polyhedral dice. Hundreds of them. The candy dispenser has been repurposed to contain thousands of dice.
Hello, I'm Nia.
A bird-like woman sits on a throne of tools with emerald light shining through her hair.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Melius.
She taps on her headphones.
So what kind of dye are you looking for?
She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
You might have me confused with someone else. I didn't knock on your windows.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
What do you mean by milieu?
Yes, a milieu is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these.
She pats on the headphones on the table.
Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
Why are you asking about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
No, I was looking for something else. Answers. Sure, I like role-playing games and I need some dice.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set, unless you want something really unusual. Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want to use.
The walls around her are covered with rows of precious stones and
It
minerals.
almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shelves like stalagmites. No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
How did you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field
Oh, okay.
with too much competition.
Oh, I see.
Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
Do you like role-playing games yourself?
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
Oh, well, that's nice to hear.
Some of those nice people have big bucks to spend on novelty items.
That's very true. Gamers be spending, y'all. What do you know about the man who was lynched behind the whirling in rags?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook. Then, the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the whirling's backyard.
She stops to try to come up with an example.
During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
Yeah.
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
Do you often work on Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people. But I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
Alright, I see. Thank you for your time.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
No. Where are we, though?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
She looks up at the ruddy bricks that make up the walls. Even though they've been repainted, there are still signs of coal black soot here and there.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Creative.
The lieutenant looks around the spacious room, its ceiling fading into the shadows above.
When she arrived here, there was no room anywhere else. She must have known the other businesses.
Oh, yeah, good point. Did you know what happened to the other tenants? Everyone's gone.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Oh, quite a lot of them spring to mind. That's all she has to say on the subject. She's been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see.
Oh. Well, we're not going to ask her. That's fine. Thank you. Alright, get back to your dice. Oh, we're auto-saving. So wait, that was closed before. That's why we couldn't do that. So we don't know about a password. However, I need to re-examine this freezer because if it's frozen shut, we can just unplug it and wait, right? But if it's like rusted shut, we're gonna have to get a pry bar.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine.
It's frozen shut.
It has a hand-cranked ice cream churn.
Alright, it's frozen shut. Let's unplug it.
Only the black cable is plugged into the breaker box.
Yep.
Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
Hey, you're not letting me give my logic. It's black. It's not like the red one.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has one cable missing.
Alright. This should be non-melted.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
What do you mean? It still is it still needs a pry bar.
Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood.
But the thing inside isn't going to be frozen. Right?
Both cables are unplugged from the breaker box. Somewhere, a machine hums along with the current.
Alright, well, we'll plug it back in, just because I don't... Now
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine.
Ugh. Fine. If we're gonna crack it open being frozen... Wait, we can go out here. If we're gonna crack it open being frozen, crack it open not being frozen, I don't want to damage the thing that's inside. If for some reason it has to be frozen. Alright, we're back out here. We can go tell Plaisance that there's... Let's take our flashlight out of our hand, guys. We don't have to go around... Take everything out of our hand, actually. Let's go tell her about the curse. It's not a curse. Hello, I've investigated.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus?
The dark sarcophagus?
Yes, yes. How was it?
Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
It was a charnel house of failed business enterprises, leeching life energy from the bookstore.
I knew it. Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon us. But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity?
Yeah, I talked to her and she said her name is Niha and she's a novelty dice maker.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
No, she is not the one to blame for the curse. I felt her aura. She's not a malicious entity. She's a businesswoman.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down. She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
The source is in the taxidermist shop. He became involved in arts darker than taxidermy and brought the void spirits down upon this place. No, we'll be honest with her. There's no curse.
Too many inconsistencies. What kind of talk is that?
Good luck persuading her. Some people can rationalize anything.
Okay, she's a novelty dice maker. Her business has been up and running for a long time now.
Yes, because her business consists of the psychic leech that's been feeding the curse.
Okay.
I see that you've fallen for her manipulation, Detective. The investigation is over. I just hope that you haven't made anything worse by going in there. Thank you for nothing. Please, do buy some books, or be on your way.
Wow. Total psychic collapse between you two right now. There was never any other way this could have gone. She's just too far gone into her own mind.
All right.
I am sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am. Can we go now?
Okay, bye. Let's end it up at the, let's end it up in the party. Yeah. All right. So we'll end it up here at the fun disco party that's happening, which is appropriate given the name of the game. But thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight while I am confused by this game. We'll do it all again next week on Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern. I will see you then. Bye, everybody.